Beep boop bop, it's Becca and welcome back to Baking with Becca. Happy Pride Month! So today we're going to be making some sugar cookies that look like the pride flags. We're gonna have all 6 of the colors in there. They're gonna look beautiful and rainbow and wonderful, and yeah, here we go. All right, so here are all of our ingredients for our cookies. We'll start over here. We have 3/4 cups of margarine, 3/4 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of rice milk, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 1/4 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. So first off, we need to mix our margarine. What's in it?
Keep going.
So first off, we want to cream our margarine. So we want to just whip this. Take 3. So first up, we need to take 4. First, we need to cream our margarine. So we just want to whip it on a high speed. I soften this for like 20 seconds. Maybe it was a little bit more because we forgot about it. Oops. But you just want to get this a little bit fluffy before we add in our sugar. I'm going to use a hand electric mixer. Next, we will add in the sugar and cream that together. Okay, nice and fluffy. Now we want to add in our rice milk, and you can use any sort of non-dairy milk. We like to use rice milk. And then our cornstarch. So the cornstarch helps to make the mixture a little bit thicker. Important ingredient. Come on. Use your finger in case it's stuck. And the vanilla for some flavor. And mix that together again. Make sure to whip that on a nice high speed to get it as fluffy as possible, or until your arm gets too tired. So now we want to add in our dry ingredients. So here are the rest of our ingredients. We're going to add in like half of the flour. And we're going to add in all of our baking powder and our salt. And mix it again. Okay, that's starting to look really good, but because it's getting really thick, I'm going to switch over to using a spoon to mix in the rest. Okay, so I'm just going to take some more spoonfuls of our flour. You might not use the whole 2 1/4 cups. You can use some more when you're just rolling it out in the end, but I'm just going to mix this with a spoon now. Okay, I'm going to use my hands now because this is getting quite thick. So then next we're going to divide this into 6 and we're going to make our colors for our flag.
Cool.
You're not supposed to respond. Okay, so I added the rest of the flour. It looks really good now. Just transferred it over onto a plate so we can divide it into our 6 different colors. So I'm just gonna like rip off pieces and try and make the balls of dough as even as possible in our 6 sections. Well, that's not even at all. So here are our 6 balls, and now we're going to add food coloring to each one. So here are the colors that we're going to use. These are liquid food colorings and these are gel. So the liquid you need a little bit more, but the gel is more concentrated, so you don't need as much. And I have my flag here for reference. So we're going to start off with our red. So I'm just going to make a little indent in here and put in a few drops. And mix that in. And my hands are probably going to turn all of these colors, but I don't have gloves. Oh no.
It looks like blood.
Yeah. Oh no!
I mean, what did you expect?
I don't know. I could have like mixed this with a spoon in a bowl.
Nah.
That's boring.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Okay, so this is too light. So we're gonna make it a little darker. Add more. So I'm kind of just gonna do this for all the colors and keep adding food coloring until it looks like the colors that we want. And Tess is gonna come around and help me make all the rest of the colors. Okay, so that took a long time to get all of our colors, and then we wrapped them up. So now we're going to put these in the fridge to let them firm up a little bit before we start to put them into the shape that we want in order to make our flag. So pretty! Okay, so it's gonna go in the fridge for like 30 minutes. Fine.
Is it?
Yes. Okay, so now we're gonna mold this into our flag shape. I'm not positive how we're gonna do this, but we're just gonna go for it. So I'm just gonna put out some of our cling wrap. And we're gonna start off by molding our purple because that's gonna be on the bottom. So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to make like a long rectangle for each of these, and it'll be in order. So then it'll be like a big block, and then we'll cut it down and it'll end up being the shape that we want. So we're going to start off by molding it. Okay, so this is our purple, it's the bottom layer. This is what we all want them to look like. So next we're gonna do the blue. And we want it to look the same as that, and then we're gonna put it on top. Okay, so now our blue is done, and I'm gonna flip this on top of the purple. So now I'm gonna do this with all the rest of the colors until we have all of them stacked on here. Okay, so this technique has actually worked pretty well with kind of smoothing it inside the wrap. So our last color is gonna go on top. You can grab it like this and just flip it right over. And there we go. So we have all of our colors layered on here. And now the dough is still really soft, so we want to put this back in the fridge to make it a little bit harder before we cut them. So it's going to go in the fridge for at least an hour. You can just check on it and see like how firm it is before taking it out and cutting them. All right, so our dough has finished chilling. We preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and I also got a pan ready back there. And so we're just going to unwrap our dough, see how it is. Had a nice little break in the refrigerator. And then you want to grab a very sharp knife because we don't want to like smush it too much when we're cutting it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut off. So we want to make sure that all the pieces that we end up cutting will have all the colors in it as even as possible. So like here, you don't want a cookie with this part. So we're going to cut that off like here. Oh, that looks so good. And then we want to cut it on the other edge. Nice thick dough. And then we want to cut it down the side. Okay, and you don't want to get rid of this dough because we can, oh my god, it looks so good. Beautiful rainbow. We can use this cookie dough still, just not for our individual flags. Okay, so these are going to be like little baby flags, but we're going to cut it down halfway and then this way. So I kind of marked like a really small, thin line of where it would be, and it cuts straight down into that. And then we're going to cut down this way. Okay, so now we're going to cut our flags, these tiny baby flags, like this thin. Here's our flag.
It's so tiny.
It's so cute. And we're going to lay our cookies out. They'll expand a little bit, so you don't want them too close together. So here is our first batch. They look adorable all together. And these are gonna go into the oven for about 7 or 8 minutes. You wanna make sure that the bottoms are a little bit golden, but we don't want them to get too golden or the colors are gonna get a little funky. All right, so the cookies are done. They ended up baking for about 10 minutes for the flags. And with the extra dough that we cut off, we got a little creative. So we have a rainbow here and some other mini rainbows and whatever these are, but I think they look really cool. And when they baked, these actually ended up getting more into the shape that we wanted to make it look like a flag. And I think they are so adorable. So now we have to try them. So Tess and I are both going to try them, so we can get 2 different opinions going. Here, Tess, this is your flag. Tastes flaggy.
Yeah. What? Does it taste gay?
It tastes gay, yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a compliment.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Very good. I approve.
Thank you. My gay consultant. All right, well, they're really good. I think they're adorable. So if you're looking to make something to celebrate Pride Month this month in June, then I would really suggest making these cookies. And you can experiment with doing different types of fun things with the rainbow colors. And you can do other flags too, just make slightly different colors for those. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more, comment down below if you have any suggestions for future videos or any thoughts about this one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.